Hey friends, what's up? It's Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be chatting about 5 ways that you can shop sustainably without breaking your bank. The word sustainable, I feel like it's just been thrown around so often in today's world, especially in the world of fashion. But what it really means is just that you're buying an item with the intent of using it multiple times, and that you're buying it with the intent of it having a longer lifestyle than just being worn once or twice and thrown out. So the question is, why should we shop sustainably? Firstly, did you know that fashion is the second largest polluter in the world behind the oil industry? Excessive amounts of water have to be used in order to grow cotton and other materials, and then there's tons of toxic waste that comes through chemicals and dyes in order to make our clothes. Also, the garment worker industry currently employs over 60 million people worldwide, with 80% of those people being women that are often overworked and underpaid. My personal experience was that I used to think clothing was all made by machine, especially with how technologically advanced we are these days, but much of it is still done by hand and by other people. Trends used to come and go with the seasons, so the 4 seasons, summer, spring, winter, and fall. But today there's what we call micro seasons, which there's almost a new season. How many times can you say seasons? But there's almost a new season every week of the year because trends are just coming and going so quickly and production is happening so fast. All this overconsumption is just contributing to what we call the anthropogenic era, which is the era we are in where humans are affecting the climate and how it's changing. Long story short, we shop sustainably because we care about the earth and we care about the well-being of its people. Tip number 1 is to shop less but better. And I think it all starts with this shifting of mentality and shifting of consumption. Figuring out how to be more self-controlled with what you buy and when you buy certain things. If you have the means to shop at an eco-friendly brand, then great. There are brands like Able, Girlfriend Collective, Bombas, Pat, all of those that you could shop at where you really are investing into a higher quality item, which will hopefully be a part of a staple or somewhat of a capsule wardrobe. But shifting to tip number 2 is to purchase with intentionality. Because let's be honest, a lot of eco-friendly brands, and I just put that in air quotes because there is a ton of greenwashing out there, but a lot of sustainable brands are quite more expensive, and hopefully for good reason. Hopefully it really means that they are paying their workers a fair wage and that they're working in good conditions, but it's just not practical for everyone, especially if you're in college or on a budget or have a family. I think that there has become a stigma to shopping only at sustainable brands and not at fast fashion brands. But we also need to just think about buying less in general. So don't feel bad if you're buying from a fast fashion brand every once in a while, so long as you know that you're really going to get use out of that item. Tip number 3 is thrifting or clothing swaps. I don't know if I need to say much more because I feel like tons of people have covered different thrift shops, but I will say if you can't find anything in thrift shops in store or it just frustrates you, then definitely check out some online ones. I know there's like Poshmark, or recently I've been introduced to Helpsy, so you could check out places like that, or you could do a clothing swap with some friends or raid your mom's closet, or yeah, just come up with some creative ways to get different pieces without buying new. Tip number 4 is to use what you already have. I know you might be like, okay, but I literally don't have anything, and sometimes I do look at my wardrobe and I'm like, wow, I have nothing to wear. So I actually made a video specific to what to do when you don't have anything to wear, which I will put in a card somewhere. But for now, I'll just say, again, try to get as creative as possible. Go on Pinterest, search for a specific item. Something that I think about a lot is how creativity really thrives within limitation or boundaries. A lot of times we're more creative when we have less of a budget because we have to think outside of the box. And I think that this totally applies to your wardrobe. Like, how can you upcycle? You don't have to be a seamstress or know a lot about sewing to do a simple little upcycle, and there's tons of DIYs and tutorials out there. Or even just figuring out how to pair an item that you have with different things so that it feels new to you. And lastly, tip number 5 is to rent or borrow clothing. This isn't as conventional, but I just wanted to add it because if you have a big event or a wedding or a celebration to go to, I know for my 21st birthday, I rented a dress from Rent the Runway, and you could totally look into borrowing an item from a friend or a shop like that. Oftentimes you can get fancy dresses for a fraction of the price, and it's just really fun because you can browse all of these dresses that you wouldn't normally be able to afford, but you can try them out for a day or two and get to wear them and get some fun pics in them. And you know, who doesn't like that? Oh, bonus tip, I guess, is to maybe try out a capsule wardrobe or experiment with that. I think this whole video kind of encapsulates a bit of a capsule wardrobe, which is having the intention of buying less but better. With the seasons changing right now, this is typically when I would shift from my spring summer capsule to my fall winter capsule. Basically just giant bins that I pull out from underneath my bed that are stored during each respective season. So I keep all my sweaters and heavier jackets in one, and in my other all my tank tops and shorts. Each time I truly do forget what is in each bin. Like sometimes I can remember, but then other times there will be items I pull out and I'm like, wow, I forgot about this. So that is something you could do and try out with a smaller amount of pieces. And it is really nice because the intention behind it is to be able to go into your closet blindfoldedly, go in, grab 2 items and kind of have them work together because the color scheme is good and you're picking items that are very versatile. All right, y'all, if you're just getting started on your sustainability journey, A, I'm really proud of you. This is a 1. And B, be patient with yourself. This is your reminder to just give yourself some grace, and there's no big rush. I just don't think there has to be a ton of guilt behind it or a ton of stress, which is kind of how I felt when I first learned about fast fashion, is I was like, I have to make all of these changes right now. Honestly, it just takes time, and I think knowing that it takes time and to again, just be really patient with yourself and not stress about, I have to spend all of this money now. Just start with what you have and then slowly add on pieces as you can and as the budget allows. Okay, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you liked, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments down below. You can also check out the Discord community and follow me on Instagram so that we can continue to chat and be friends. I hope you have a great day and I will see you in my next video, which vlogs on Sunday and every regular video is on Friday. Okay, bye!